get started, and then other people can join in. So we're gonna get started in a C-curve position. So make your way down to your spot. And then I'm gonna use a ball for low back support. You can use a pillow, you can place your shoulders against a couch or a chair. And then we're gonna get started with some rowing here. So it's a C-curve, and then we're gonna add in some little rowing of the upper body here. So I want you to take your strap or your hand towel and find some tension. So I have my palms about shoulder width distance apart. The key when we're doing this work here is to make sure you're sending pinkies out but shoulders back down. So you want to squeeze shoulder blades together and then down the line of your back. My arms are below shoulder height, so we don't want them too high. So make sure those palms, those elbows are about maybe a centimeter below shoulder height. And then really press your low back into your pillow or ball. So that's where you're going to get that deep abdominal engagement. We're just holding here. So I want you to set it up. Press through the heels. You're going to scoop up the belly, extend through the arms, tuck through the hips, press your low back weight into the lower wall. Now, I want you to keep your arms straight. You're going to give me a little dip, a little row, make a figure 8 with the arms, and then switch to the other side. So it's a tiny little twist from the abdomen, but you're still extending through the fingertips. You should feel obliques starting to fire. Just think about tracing, nice mom, a big figure 8 with those arms. So arms staying straight, nice, Stephanie. Shoulders should move in one line. You guys all look really, really nice here. So you're not letting shoulders pull forward and back, no rounding. I want you to think about keeping them in one straight line with that big twist from the midsection. In 10 seconds, we hold on the right. So we're gonna hold, arms over to the right side, find that little twist. Keep pressing low back into the ball. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find a little hold over to the right. Holding here, not getting little slice pulses. So just a little twist and pulse to the right. In 10 seconds, we're going to go back to that full range. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Chin is parallel to the floor, even in the twist. Back to full range. 3, 2, and 1. Back to that big, big, big figure 8. Again, shake that when you need to. So sit up to reset if you start to let that low back take over. But again, really press the weight into that pillow. It's going to help you get deeper to the C-curve and really engage the abdominals. Last 10 seconds, we twist pulse to the left. So arms to the left, twist pulse. Stay 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold to the left. Tiny little twist pulses. A tiny little twist over to the left. Little in, little out. This is our last 8. We're just going to hold at center in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at center for me. Now, I'm going to remove that ball if you want to do a full roll up. Otherwise, if you want to make this a half roll up, I'll show you where you're going. You're just going to go about 2-3 inch lift and press a little back into the ball. So half roll up, or remove your ball for me, lay all the way down. An option to take heels farther away from the hips. Make it more manageable. But I want you to keep extending arms up here. Shoulders away from here. We exhale, press heels down. Lengthen through the spine. Engage the abdominals. Stephanie did this with me yesterday. Lift up for 4. Then inhale, start at the base of the spine. Slowly roll back down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head, neck, shoulders comes down. So I want you to find that control lift. Think about lifting heart center up and out, less so about shoulders to knees. Or again, if you're in that half lift, that's a good option here. So a little half lift, and then a roll of low back down. So notice I'm not letting shoulders come back. I want you to keep your shoulders pulling forward. So it's just that little half C-curve roll, then roll up. You guys just have 10 seconds, and then I want you to roll to the top. The shoulders should be feeling it by now. So you can, of course, take your arms a little bit further away. You can put a little bit of slack in that band if you need to. Otherwise, keep pulling pinkies. Try to pull those fibers apart. Super tight here. This is our final 8. We find that hold in 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to find your lift hold. So wherever your max is, your max should not be all the way up here. I want you to feel the abdominals. Try to lengthen through the spine and keep that low back supported here. So belly pulling in tightly. You're tucking through the hips. Last 7 seconds. Hang on to it, guys. We're going to go into arm work. We grab that ball again in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab that ball again. Last little bit of C-curve work here. So press that low back into your ball. Again, really recline into it, and you're pulling hips and ribs to me. Take the arms up overhead. Now, I want you to pull the band apart as you bring your band down to the top of the head, elbows wide, reach, extend, squeeze. So think about trying to pull the band apart as you pull the arms down, reach, extend, squeeze. If at any point this is too much for the back, just focus on the arms. Cross-legged position. From the front again, I'm pulling, pulling, pulling. Keeping my arms in line with my ears. Reaching the band to the top of the head. Then squeeze, extend. So I want you to feel like you're doing a little bit of a pull-up here. So really squeezing shoulder blades together down the line of the back. Engage the lats. But of course the shoulders. This This is your final 10. We're just gonna reach, extend, hold. Reach, extend, hold, arms up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach, extend, arms up, drop from the shoulders. You're just gonna bring arms back, down to shoulder height, reach, extend, squeeze up. So think of like when we do angel wings on the machine. I want you to focus on keeping your spine stable, really opening through the shoulders here. As you open the arms up, stopping biceps a little bit past the ears here. Working to keep your shoulder blades down the line of your back. Squeeze inhale, 8. This is your last 8. You just hold at the top one more time. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your hold at the top over here. Drop through the shoulders. Then you reach up 1 more inch, tuck through the hips. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. Get your strap for right now. We're going to change our C curve. So now we're going to go to a forearm C curve. Kate, I'm just going to send the details to you once more in case you don't see the playlist. So we're going to have our ball, guys, underneath our shoulder blades. Forearms down. Ball is going to go in between the shoulder blades here. And then I want you to spread your palms wide. So you're in this forearm C curve. I don't want to see this. So open through the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together again. And then press your sacrum down. So before we lift the legs at all, I want you to really, really scoop the belly out again and try to get your sacrum to press flat. So that fleshy part, that fleshy triangle, on the low back. And when you're ready, you're going to take legs to tabletop. Now feel the tummy want to lift, but you pull it back down. And then I want you to see if you can get your legs straight up to the sky. So if you need to keep them at tabletop, that's where you keep them. But low back should be pressing down so hard. Ball is just there to support, press through the forearms, open through the chest. In 10 seconds, we're going to take it to little crisscrosses in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give me little crisscrosses here. So hugging one inner thigh over the other, keep extending through the toes. Nice, guys. Really pressing the forearms, drop through the shoulders, chin should be parallel, relax the jaw. Nice, Susie. You guys have 7 seconds. You're going to find a hold. We're sitting up for corkscrew here. I want you to find your hold in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your hold. This should be a really intense sensation here. You should be working the entire time. So shake it out when you need to. Give me a little reset, and then keep going. Hug your thighs together. Now I want you to take the legs over to the right without letting left booty lift or left glute lift. Circle down. Then as you circle to the top, keep that right glute down. So it's a corkscrew. I know we do this on our back a lot. This is obviously more challenging. Smaller range of motion, more control required. So they don't want to see those hips teeter-tottering side to side, or the glutes lifting up as you circle. Beautiful, Stephanie, nice. So you guys can always come to that regular back line corkscrew too, if that's where you feel strongest. So if this C curve is not serving you here, just go ahead and remove that ball, lay all the way down. That's going to give you more stability for this line. Help you focus a little bit more on that hip control. Try to lengthen through the legs. You just have 10 seconds. We're going to hold at the top. You have a max hold, legs straight up. I want you to go for those 6 straight legs. In 3, 2, and 1. Hold the legs at the top. Can you pull that belly button down a little bit more, lengthen toes up. Pull the feet closer to the face here. This is your last 4. Other way. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to circle opposite directions now. So you're going to take your corkscrew opposite direction, this time going to the left, circling up on the right. Again, really press through the fingertips. Help stabilize through the upper body. Nice, Kate. Really working. Relax the shoulders for me, guys, if you're still on that C curve. Chin should be parallel to the floor. If you're on the floor, go entire spine to the floor. Make sure you're still pressing shoulder blades down. This is our last 10. I know this one is tough, guys. Glue the inner thighs together. Move those legs as one tail. Keeping hip bones glued down. Yes, Susie, so straight with those legs. I love it. Last 5. Hold to the top. 3, 2, and 1. Hold those legs to the top. You're going to close it out with those little crisscrosses one more time. In 3, 2, and 1. Give me those little crisscrosses one more time. This is it. We're going to take a little rest from this mat work. This is your final 5. You have 1 little plank before we move on to lower body. In 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come to a forearm plank for me. And you're just going to give me a set of saw. So one last little core finisher before we get to lower body. So forearms are going to come down. Spread the fingers wide. So I want you to feel like just like you did in that C curve. Step the legs back. Pressing through fingertips. You're going to drive heels back, shoulders shift back. Pull forward. So just a little rock for 30 seconds. And then if you're on the knees, you're going to come down. And then you're going to create space to move shoulders back by lifting tailbone up, curling into ribs, lift up just about 1 to 2 inches, then reset. So it's a little bit different range of motion, knees versus toes. You guys just have 15 seconds left. Again, either knees or toes, stay with me, neck is long, no matter which version. This is your final 8. We're gonna head to some bridge work. Good news is you get to lay that down. We're gonna go to bridge walks, lateral bridge walks in 3, 2, and 1. Lay all the way down. So lying on your back, heels should be about a foot away from the hips, so heels stacked underneath knees. Walk your feet and your thighs together to start. So everything touching at the midline here. Arms go by your side. Press in through the shoulder blades. Curl the belly up or curl those tailbones up. And then I want you to stop before your shoulder blades lift at all. So I always say this is not a yogi bridge. I want your shoulder blades to still be touching. So majority of your spine is actually still touching. And then you've got the weight placed across your back, not just the neck. Arms go along by your side. We're going to stabilize here. Focus on keeping this left leg glued where it is. You're not going to let left knee wobble. I want you to pick up right leg, step it out to the right to a wide position, then step back in. So all of the weight here is going to be on this left leg as you move from this right hip. Little open, little close. We have 8 seconds, and then we're just going to switch sides. So again, I want you to focus. Nice mom, like keeping, so we're just on one side, guys, just that right leg. We're not alternating here. So mom, just one leg, just the right leg out, step back in. So just right leg out. Last 4. Pull right leg in 3, 2, and 1. So hold that right leg where it is. Now we're going to switch sides. Get all the weight in this right leg. Take just the left leg out. Again, just single side. Left leg or left foot moving from the hip, tapping out, tap in. You guys have 12 seconds here. Then we get to alternate. But we're going to take it to a walk wide, then walk center. This is your final 7. I want you to hold it center. Tuck through the hips, scoot through the belly. Make sure you're squeezing with glutes, not low back. Hold in 3, 2, and 1. Hold those legs together. Tuck through the hips, scoot out the belly. Now I want you to step your right foot out a couple of inches. Then step left foot out. Find that wide position. Outer glutes should need to activate. Then step in, narrow, narrow, wide, wide. Try to alternate your lead leg each time. This should be really challenging in terms of balance, guys. So you should feel those outer glutes. That glute need turn on when you step wide here. Focusing on hugging your thighs. Alternate your lead leg as you step out. And as you step in, nice step knee. Everyone's super good at this here. Again, hugging your thighs together. Then step wide. Make sure you're not stepping your feet farther than your knees. So again, knees and feet always stay stacked. This is your final 20 seconds here. We're going to hold it narrow position once more. Everyone pull the chest down, lift from the hips, scoop out the belly, these shoulder blades down. This is our final 10. I want you to hold narrow in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold legs together, squeeze inner thighs together, pull the chest down, lift from the hips, press in heels to toes. This is your final 20 seconds. It's just a hold. So I really want you to focus on pulling chest down. Can you give me a little bit more lift? Can you activate the core? So ribs should not be flaring. Knit the ribs together. Again, pull the belly button down and lift from those hips. This is your final 7. We come up reverse tabletop in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the hips down, hug the knees into the chest if you need to. Take a little rock side to side. And then you're going to meet me in this position here. Palms behind the hips, fingertips face forward. And then I want you to walk your heels a little bit farther out. So we're going to set up for reverse tabletop. So press in through those fingertips, wrap the elbows in, and then lift up. Walk your heels out a couple more inches. We're going to go for glute engagement in this reverse tabletop. Your triceps should be trying to stabilize. But now, I want you to lengthen through the legs. Think about pulling your heels almost like a snail. Pull hips towards the palms. Reach, extend, squeeze, hips lift back to tabletop. So if you can get that straight leg right here, that's awesome. But again, your heels are going to stay in position. You're lifting up with your tabletop, and then you pull back in. So play around with your heel positioning. So I have my heels maybe 3 to 4 inches in front of my knees. Depending on your leg length, it's going to be a little bit different. Again, upper body is really working. Then I want you to feel those hamstrings fire as you pull in. You have just 10 seconds here. Nothing fancy. We're not going to hold. We're not going to pulse. This is your last little bit. We have to tabletop work after this, guys. Stepping into, you guys are sort of working like a little pendulum. I love it on the screen. This is your last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring it down. Roll those wrists out. We're going to take it into a little bit of plank to glute work here. So I want you to bring your palms down, spread the fingers wide, and then step your right leg back. So we're going to start on left side. So right foot goes back. And then I want you to curl through the low belly. Keep this right leg straight. I want you to pull the left knee up to the chest. And then with control, tap the shin down. Maybe you release all the way, or you don't release fully here. So just that little pull here. Option is to keep that right knee popped back into a modified plank, and it's that same lift. So option to keep right knee down, it's that same knee lift, obviously just a smaller range of motion, a little bit more support. Yes, guys, really power from the low belly. We've got 15 seconds, and then we're gonna add in a straight leg lift on that right side. So when that left shin comes down, you're gonna essentially be in tabletop, and you're gonna squeeze and lift from that right glute. So it's a combo, it becomes a combo in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we need that knee lift. Left knee, left shin comes down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift right leg straight up. Extend through hamstring, squeeze the glute. Right toes or right knee comes down. And then you're back in that left knee lift. Left shin down. Lift, squeeze. Right leg extends. You're in this combo here. This is coward, so you guys can pick up some speed here as you start to feel more comfortable with this combo, but never sacrificing that form. I want your back flat. Your hip bones square the entire time. Again, you're lifting with low belly as you pull that left knee up, and then you're lifting with right glute, right hamstring as you extend that leg. This is your final 15 in this combo. We're just gonna go to that right leg extension. So we're gonna go to that right leg extension. Last 8, you're gonna hold that right leg lifted. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your right leg lifted here. So I want hip bones at the same height. Again, drop that right hip bone slightly, soften through the elbows, with the shoulders back and down. Your chin should be lifted. Now, I want you to lengthen through that right leg a little bit more. You're gonna circle from the right hip. I want you to draw tiny little circles behind you. Press a little bit deeper into that right palm to help you stabilize. Keep extending, extending, and then just trace moving from the hip, little circles. So you're gonna squeeze the glute, extend through hamstring as you lift up. Circle back down. As you start to feel good in this move, you can make it a little bit bigger. But just watch for any spine bend. So I want your spine to stay straight. Everything pulling into the center line. All the body weight centered. Now watch the neck drop. Nice long neck stays long. Wrap the elbows in for me. You've got 15 seconds, guys. Slow it down. Make sure it's not a flick of the foot. Really control. Nice adjustments. Control, controlled circle. This is your final 7. I want you to hold. We come down to the forearms. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to those forearms for me. So forearms down, left knee should be underneath the hip. I want you to find your highest lift. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift that leg up as high as you can without arching low back or bending through the leg. So I don't want to see this. I want you to have that spine straight, pressing through forearms, a little bit deeper to the right. Find your highest lift. So you might surprise yourself. Lift and squeeze from the hamstring. Now keep the legs straight. You're going to draw a big triangle. Tap the toes out far to the right. Squeeze, lift back to center. Cross the body to the left. Tap out. So you're going to draw a big, big, big triangle here without throwing the spine. So again, core needs to work to keep your hips at center, to keep that body weight centered. So big, big, big circle. Not losing any height here. So I know it's a little bit of a combo move because we're going both sides, and I want you to find that big squeeze at the top. Then you reach, reach, reach over to the right. You're going to go out farther on the right than on the left, obviously, because you're closer to that side. You guys have 20 seconds, and then I want you to hold at the top. Beautiful control set, pretty nice. So really try to point those toes, flex through that right quad. Please block out that leg. Again, you should feel activity all the way from that right glute down to the toes here. So lock out that knee and engage not just the glute, but also the hamstring. This is our final 8. You lift, squeeze, hold at the top. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift, squeeze, hold at the top. Drop that right hip bone slightly, tuck through the hips. Support the low back. Now, I want you to pull your right leg into the midline. Keep it at the same height. Reach, squeeze, extend out. So you're going to pull the leg in towards the midline, 2 inches, and then reset to that starting position. So you're just going to do a little tick-tock, side to side. That foot stays at the same height, leg stays at the same height. Little in, little out. Think about hugging your thighs together, squeeze the glute, then open up just slightly to the side. We've got 10 seconds, and then you're going to give me little kicks. So we've got a lot of time up at this max tension zone. If you have not taken a break yet, I want you to ask yourself, you are actually at your true max. Are you actually reaching, extending, and really squeezing every lift up a little bit higher. You're gonna bend, reach, extend, squeeze. So a little 2-inch bend, reach, extend, squeeze. Try to squeeze from the base glute, squeeze from the hamstring. So you're just bending and extending. This one you can pick up a little bit of pace, tiny movement, little bend, reach, extend, squeeze. We have 10. We're gonna close it out, diagonal lifts. We're gonna go just down and to the left, then reach, squeeze back up to the right corner in 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to dip toes down to the left, just like we did on that left side of the triangle. But then you're going to squeeze, reach, go out to the right corner. So you're going to go a little bit farther up and to the right on this one to really squeeze that glute knee. So big, big, big diagonal. I think it's still open. So from the front, again, over to the left, squeeze, 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 a little bit farther out. Everyone's going to look a little bit different in this, but I want you to make sure you're finding your max. So again, big, big, big diagonal here. We've got 15 seconds left. You're gonna squeeze, hold on your diagonal. Change is coming, guys. Feet are close. You find that reach, squeeze. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach, squeeze. Squeeze over to the right. Your knee should still be pointing down, but leg is slightly out to the side, up to the right. Lift up 1 more inch. Extend, extend, extend. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, shake it out. Grab your ball. Ball is gonna go in between the thighs. So we're gonna do a combo. Hitting front side here. We've got some thigh dancing to a tabletop hover. So ball in between the thighs. For your thigh dancing, we're gonna have toes tucked under. I want you to glute through the spine, shoulders back and down, arms are gonna go out in front. Again, we do this a lot. You're gonna hinge from the knees here to take your plank back a few inches. Feel the quads low. By having this ball, it's gonna help you keep pelvic floor lifted. Come back to center. Now palms come down. You're gonna find your tabletop. Squeeze in through the ball. Hover the knees. Little hold. Knees come down. See if you can find that straight spine. And then go straight into that hinge. So again, it's that one thigh dancing extension. Palms come down. Hit your tabletop hover. I want you to try to engage from the glutes and the quads in this thigh dancing, and then engage from the core and the quads in your tabletop. So not just falling into that tabletop, squeeze, try to use the core to lift up out of the tabletop, and then use the glutes to hinge and squeeze, control the palms down as you head into your tabletop. You guys have 30 seconds here, and then we're just gonna hit that lower body other side. So really squeezing, nice step feet, find that tight core, nice cape, long neck, long spine when you go into that extension. Again, everyone's gonna look different in that thigh dancing extension. So the farther you go, the more flexibility you have, obviously in the front of the leg, also the more weight you're gonna put. So take it at your range here, your pace. We've got 20 seconds left, and then we're gonna head into that knee lift. Heading into that knee lift where we added that extension. This is your final 8. Last couple here, that ball comes out in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. For this one, palms come down, take your ball out. Right shin stays down, left toes step back. Palms come down, spread the fingers wide, wrap the elbows in, press all the way through the fingers. Now, I want you to engage, keep back leg straight. Engage lower core to pull right shin up. Tap back down. We've got 15 seconds here. Modification. Left knee stays down. And then you're just going to do the same thing. Pull from the core to smaller range. Little shin hover. Little shin tap down. So 2 options there. We've got 9 seconds. And then we add in that glute lift. So we're going to add in our glute lift. So again, you've got that right knee in towards the chest. Left knee back like you're in a plank. If you're in the modification. So knee should be in towards the chest so that you can really curl. Last one here. We're going to head into that combo in 3, 2, and 1. So modification, knee pull up, right shin down, extend left leg, lift and squeeze. If you're in that full version, full plank, left leg straight, right shin down, and then you go straight into that lift. We've got this combo here, 27 seconds. Really reaching and squeezing through that left hamstring, through that left glute. Try to flex through the foot for me. Lock out that quad. Again, you've got this combo here. As you start to feel comfortable, then you can pick up the pace. Everyone really try to press that core away. So make sure we're not sinking into the elbows. We're not sinking into the shoulders. Everything should feel strong. We've got our final 12. And then we're gonna find just that leg extension. So we lose this move. This is your last time in these knee lifts. This is your final 5. We bring that right shin down in 3, 2, and 1. Take that right shin down, extend to that left leg. Drop that left hip bone, find everything square for me. Holding here, reach, extend, squeeze, lift up 1 more inch. You're gonna go into your little circles in 3, 2, and 1. So little circles here. So moving from this left glute, again, I want you to think about making precise circles. You're gonna squeeze into the midline, circle down, lift back up, circle it around. You guys have 20 seconds in these circles. Shake it out when you need to. You can head down to the forearms already if that's where you need to be, but know that we're going there next. So if that helps you lift a little bit more, but just watch, make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. So neck should be long, shoulders away from the ears. We circle it out. Final 10. We squeeze and hold. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze and hold. Lift up 1 more inch. Drop that left hip bone down to the forearms. In 3, 2, and 1. Come down to the forearms. We're going to set up for our big triangles here. So we're going to take left leg out to the left. Tap toes. Lift, squeeze back to center. Over to the right. So we're going to take it into these triangles here. So finding from the front, again, a big triangle. You're going to go farther on the left. And then without throwing the spine, tap toes to the right. We've got these big triangles, again, pressing in through the forearms to keep body weight stable. Core should be tight. Really, everything should be tight. You guys know a tabletop should engage the entire body. That's why they're tough moves. We've got 15 seconds here that we're going to squeeze and hold the top. We're going to set up for those little tick-tocks here where we hold to the center. We're going to squeeze, hold at the top. This is your final 1. You hold at the top. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach, squeeze, hold. Now drop that left hip bone slightly. Lift up a little bit higher. I want you to find your true highest lift for me, guys. Drop left hip bone. Reach, extend, squeeze a little bit more. Now you're going to pull into the midline. Open back up about 2 inches. So your foot and leg stays at the same height. It's just a little pull in, reach, squeeze, extend out. So inner thigh lengthening, hamstring lengthening. You've got these little tick-tocks here without letting those hips sway. Tick-tocks for 15 more seconds. And then we hold, and we're going to set up for those little kick dips. So really try to lift up a little bit higher for me if you can. Shoulders away from the ears without letting low back arch in. Again, you might surprise yourself and how high you can lift, really lifting and squeezing from the glutes, extending from the hamstring. Last 7, I want you to hold it center, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your hold, hold it here. Now dip in 2 inches, reach, extend, squeeze. Dip in 2, reach, extend, squeeze. So that leg is staying at center, knee points down. We bend in maybe 2 to 3 inches. Reach, extend, lock out the knee, and squeeze. A little bit of a dip, a little bit of loss of engagement as we bend, but then we build it back up, squeeze, 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 extend. Guys, for 15 seconds here, and then we're going to set up for those diagonals. So setting up for those wide diagonals. This is your final 10. Make it a little bit taller for me, guys, just 2 to 3 inches, nothing super big here, micro movement. Staying at that top range. There we go, Stephanie. I want you to stay at the top, guys, but just dip a little bit. Last 5, hold 3, 2, and 1. Find your max hold. Max hold here. Drop that left hip bone slightly. Now we're going to take that left leg out to the left. Reach, squeeze. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Out to the right corner. Sorry, guys. My mouth is not keeping up. Out to the left. Big diagonal. Go up towards that right corner. So taking it here. Lifting. And then squeezing to the center line up on our diagonal. This is our last little bit here. We're going to find our hold. We're going to find our hold out at our diagonal. This is our final 15 seconds here. Oh, sorry guys, I told you, you guys are mirroring me. Over to the right, out to the left. Sorry guys. Just switch your diagonal for me. Over, cross right side of body, out, squeeze up to the left. So you should feel that glute need as you take your leg away from you at that top part. And then leg comes close to you on the bottom. This is our last 12. Working to keep spine stable. Again, I want you to feel that little bit of abduction as you take up to the left. This is our final 8. Lift, squeeze. You're going to take that leg out to that top left corner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Out to that top left corner. Hold it here. Drop left hip bone, lift up 1 more inch. This is our final 8 seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You're gonna find your reverse tabletop one more time. One more time in this reverse tabletop. Fingertips point forward, soften through the elbows, press through the palms, including the fingers. Wrap the elbows in. Now, we're gonna do what we did in our bridge, but up in this tabletop. So right leg goes out, left leg goes out, right leg in, left leg in, then start on that left side. So we're gonna take it to these walks. Inner thighs working, outer glutes working. Option here, guys, you can also jump it up. So maybe you wanna get that blood flowing a little bit more of a challenge. You can jump both feet out at the same time. Otherwise, we walk it out. Make sure this one, your heels should be underneath your knees. So for this one, your heels should not be too far forward. I want you to have your shins parallel. Yes, Susie, this is your final 12, guys. Working to keep shoulders steady, soften through the elbows. Make sure your chin is pulling slightly forward. It's like you're holding a big grapefruit or orange in between chin and chest. This is our final 7. Last bit of low body work. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Bring it down. Roll those wrists out. Take a little forward fold for me. Flex through the feet. Reach for the toes. Take a moment here. Release hamstrings. Release low back. Take a little rock side to side. And then we are back in our forearm C curve. So one more time in this forearm C curve. Grab your ball. Place the ball beneath the shoulder blades. Forearms come down, spread the fingers wide. Now, squeeze shoulder blades together, get your chin away from your chest. Again, you can do this down on a full recline here, but I want you to try it in this position first. Again, tuck through the hips, press the sacrum down. You're gonna pull the legs to tabletop. First option, I want you to take a turn out and then drop your right leg below your left. So this is your stagger position. So again, I've got to turn out from my hips. So toes turn in, knees turn out, right leg lower than left. First option. Second option, extend. You're gonna keep that same turnout, keep that same stagger. Now, I want you to keep your legs same distance in between them. Move from the hips, pull everything in 2 inches, reach, extend, lower down without letting low back lift. So think about pulling legs as 1 unit, even though we have this stagger. Again, 2 options here, but not letting feet come closer together. So pull, 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 come back in. Again, option to do this fully reclining. You're just gonna pull both in, little lift, little lower back down. So start with the legs up to the sky. That's an option for more low back support. We just have 20 seconds here. So take it rep by rep, re-squeeze, extend, activate through those inner thighs. Again, no space disappearing in between those legs. Keep that turn out. So mom, make sure knees are turned out, toes turned in. You guys have your final 12 seconds. Nice, Kate. Nice challenge, guys. Still up on those forearms. Roll shoulders back and down. Really press through the forearms. Really press low back down. This is your final 7. We get to shake it out and single knee tucks in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees into the chest. Take right leg long. You're just going to take it into these knee tucks. So open through the hips. You've just got these knee tucks here, stabilizing. You can take it slow. You can take it fast. You can place one heel down and just give me leg lifts. So single tabletop lifts, that's an option. We've got 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go to our stagger other side, and we are done with this forearm tape or this forearm C curve. This is our last 9. This time, left leg lower than right in 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, left leg is gonna be lower than right. So first option, come to tabletop. So tabletop legs, and then knees turn out, toes turn in, right leg higher than left. First option, you're gonna tuck, pull everything in. Advancement, take legs straight, and then you're gonna go back to those tucks. So again, it's all about trying to pull the legs in together, even though they're apart. So usually, I would have you keep the legs together, because I always say it's easier for your body when you're making that 1 unit, let the inner thighs help grip. But this one, everyone, stabilize those legs. I see a lot of legs flying back and forth. I want legs to move as 1 unit. You should have space. No space should disappear here. If you need to make this a centimeter tuck, that's what you make it. So you're not letting those legs come closer together. You're isolating them in one position, tucking from the hips, pressing low back down a little bit more. Drop shoulders. We just have 17 seconds left, and then we are done with this C curve with this ball underneath our back. So we're done with C curves. After this, in this forearm position, we're gonna lie all the way back. This is our final 7. You ditch that ball, lie all the way down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay all the way down for me, all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. And then I want you to extend the legs away, find tabletop. Extend the arms up to the sky. So arms go up to the sky, legs to tabletop. And now, we're gonna start with dead bug here. I want you to take left leg long as right arm dips down, keep everything glued to the floor, pull back to center, switch side. So you're extending through the leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. You're gonna feel tummy wanna lift, low back wanna lift, but I want you to be glued down. So try not to go too low. If you go too low, that immediately makes those hip flexors check in, guys. So make sure you're not going too low with those legs. Low back shouldn't be lifted, and you shouldn't feel too much tension in the front of the hips. So check in for me. You should just go to that sort of high diagonal here, gluing your entire spine down. Everyone looks really, really nice. Control, precision here. One arm, one leg, stay straight up, and then you dip opposite. This is our final 10. This is where you're gonna stay for more stability. Otherwise, we're gonna go to double leg extension, double arm extension. So this is where you stay for more stability, more support in the spine. Otherwise, we go double arm, double leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now, both legs extend. Both arms extend, biceps to ears, legs to high diagonal. Pull everything forward. So you're keeping your entire spine down. Give me a little pause on that extension. So we work the core more by taking body weight away from the center line. After it's really gonna fire. And then your recovery is in this little tabletop hover at center. Reach, extend, squeeze, extending through fingertips, extending through toes, trying to pull the belly button down, trying to knit the ribs together, trying to make your abs as flat as possible. So if you're letting your abs dome up to the ceiling, that's just getting your rectus abdominis. So that's what we think of when we think of like a six-pack. I want you to engage all the way to that second layer, that deeper layer, really pulling everything down. This is your final 15 here. We're gonna find our extension hold. So we add in a little extension hold. Last 10. Finish for me, guys. Legs straight. Really go for that straight leg if you can. And last 5. Hold extension. 3, 2, and 1. Hold your extension. Hold it here. Now, if you are in dead bug still, take both legs straight up to the sky or as straight as you can get them. Arms still reaching. Otherwise, you're in this extension here. Can you lower legs 1 more inch? Reach, extend, squeeze. Maybe bring head and shoulders up. Hug inner thighs together. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug knees into the chest. We'll rock side to side. Back up to seated. One more round with our strap. Grab your ball. Ball goes beneath your low back. One final C curve. Again, if you still need more, maybe you have the ball and you rest your shoulders against a couch or a chair, whatever feels best. So have your strap for me. This time, underhand grip. Underhand grip, thumbs out, pinkies in. I want you to think still about pulling those fibers apart. So imagine you can actually grip this band or rip the strap apart. Drop the arms below shoulder height. Tuck through the hips, recline back. Drop your low back into that ball. So really press, press, press. Scoop out the belly. No tension in the hip flexors. You shouldn't be gripping with the hip flexors. Turn them off. You can also take heels a little farther away from the hips. Now I want you to pull palms in, bicep curl, reach, extend, squeeze. So really focus on squeezing shoulder blades together. And then you're gonna engage the biceps by trying to pull thumbs out. And then really flexing the pull in. So you can really do anything without actual weight if you're turning on that mind-body connection. So even if you just were flexing, just making a fist flexing in and out, those biceps would activate. So squeeze shoulder blades together. Try not to have shoulders rounding forward. I want you to get them 2 shoulders, 1 line. You guys have 20 seconds. And then we're gonna find a 90-degree hold. Really nice control, everyone. Shoulders away from the ears, neck is long. Pull your chin to a parallel position. So make sure chin isn't too high. Your chin needs to be parallel to the floor at all times, even if your hinge back a little bit lower. Nice C-curve long, really tuck through the hips. This is your last 4, find your 90 in 3, 2, and 1. Find your 90-degree hold. Hold it here, holding at 90. Now give me that little gloves up pulse. So you're just gonna move from the shoulders, extend elbows, lift up 1 and down 1. Keep trying to rip those fibers apart. Keep pulling the elbows in though, to keep that chest active. You have 5, hold 3, 2, and 1, hold it here. Now keep arms at 90, little twist to the right, pull back to center, little twist to the left. So tiny little twists from the midsection, keeping arms at 90, keep tension on those biceps. Little twist back to center, other side, keep those palms at 90. This is your final 10 of movement. You're just gonna hold it 90, one more time. Hold it center in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it center, drop shoulders, lift elbows up 1 more inch. Can you roll low back down 1 more inch? Relax the neck, this is your final 5. We go to prone extension work in 3, 2, and 1. Release your ball. So now we're gonna focus on engaging through the spine here. This is pretty nice compared to our C curve. Big difference here. Big change up in spine position. Have your strap, palms face down, lengthen body up. You're in a prone position, tummy down. You guys are gonna place your mouth towards the floor, towards the mat. I'm gonna keep my lifted to keep talking to you. I want you to, again, pinkies out, thumbs in. Try to rip that fabric apart, rip every fiber apart here, so it's standing on the out, but arms keep reaching forward. Glue the tops of your feet down, squeeze through the glutes. So find that low back supported here, not letting tummy just fall on the floor. Tuck through the hips, engage through the core, squeeze through the glutes. Now, neck stays long. Again, your face is down towards the floor. Reach, extend, squeeze. Just hover arms and shoulders about 1 to 2 inches. Lower back down. So really try to pull belly button up and in, like we're trying to pull your belly off the floor as we lift, extend, lower down. So this should be a really, really tough move here. Lots to think about. Again, keeping back inflated, extending through shoulders as you hover, upper body 1 to 2 inches, with control, lower back down. So think about pulling elbows in, keep extending through the arms, keep pulling pinkies apart. In 10 seconds, option is stay right here, or we add in those legs. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on this next one, as you extend and reach arms, you hover legs at the same height. Keep extending and squeezing through the glutes. Lower back down. So you can take it to this full lift, but notice I'm not going so high or pulling my head up, my spine arches. I want you to focus on length here. So really extending to opposite sides of the room. Trying to grow a little bit taller, just a little hover. Now, anything in the low back, I want you to just stay with that arm movement. So maybe it's just a little centimeter lift, lower back down. This is your final 15 seconds. We're gonna hover hold, nice to see. So we're really pulling the belly up and in, inflating the low back, making sure we're lengthening, not letting anything collapse. This is your final 7. I want you to find your hold wherever your max is, where you can maintain control in 3, 2, and 1. Find your max hold. Reach, extend, squeeze. Your neck should be long. This is your final 10 seconds. This is your final 7, guys. Extend a little bit more. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the line of the back. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. Go ahead and release. Slide that for me. Grab your ball. This is our last core series, closing core series. We're going to use our ball just to give us something a little bit to focus on mentally here. So ball is going to reach out to the sky, legs to tabletop to start. I want you to lift head, neck, shoulders. You're going to pass the ball behind the thighs, sweep it up overhead. Grab it, right hand, pull back. So focus on making a really big circle with those arms. You're just passing one direction. So left arm passes the ball overhead. You can keep your head, neck, shoulders down and pull knees closer to you if that's where you need to be. Otherwise, head, neck, shoulders lifted, squeeze shoulder blades together as you make this big circle. 10 seconds, we're going to reverse the direction. So focus on shoulder mobility. Focus on really getting that big circular movement. Arms stay long. We go the opposite direction in 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, right arm passes, left arm brings back around. You guys have 20 seconds here. Really working to keep that core as stable as possible. Awesome, Stephanie. So try to curl up through upper body to pass those balls behind the legs. Or again, you can pull knees closer together. So knees come closer to the chest for a little bit more stability. It's going to make it more manageable. This is our final 8. This is your last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your head down, take a little rest. Roll side to side. Ball reaches up to the sky, extend through the legs. We're making big groups here. We're going to go into scissors with a ball pass. So a little ball dribble behind top thigh. Extend, squeeze. Just make a big figure 8 with your pillow or your ball. Just like before, try to lock up those legs. You can keep a bend in those legs if you need to. So if legs need a bend to keep that low back glue down, that's where you go. Nice, keep nice control. Really slow controlled movement. Only if you can maintain control then you can pick up that pace. This is our final 30 seconds here. We're just gonna hold to the top once more and take it some pulses to the top. So we're gonna hold our legs, stick straight, heels and toes stacked on top of the hips, shoulders away from the ears, and we're gonna pulse our ball or our pillow up to the toes. This is our final 14, trying to finish in the move. When you need that rest or that big breath, I want you to just hold at center. Try not to put those legs down though. This is your last 7. We hold at the top in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. And those legs stick straight. Make that L with your body. Now Last 20 seconds, guys. Lift head, neck, shoulders up, heart center towards toes. You've got that orange in between chin and chest. If you need to bring heels down, you bring heels down. Really focus on lifting from the abdominals, not from the neck. No crunch in the neck. This is your last 10. Last pulses here, last bit of work. You pull it down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your pillow down. Nice job, guys. Go ahead, grab your ball or pillow, and I want you to place it sort of mid-spine. So ball or pillow mid-spine, play around with it. And then I want you to just let your body open, heart center open. You can bring your head down. You can roll ball a little bit lower, or place pillows where they feel good. But I want you to feel opening through the abdominals here. Maybe arms go out to the side or up overhead. Get opening through fronts and shoulders. Legs can go long. But focus on lengthening through the front side. No tension in the low back. So maybe head doesn't come all the way down. Maybe you just go back to that C curve, or that forearm C curve, and really open through fronts and shoulders. Last breath here. Carefully come up. Go ahead, take the legs to a wide straddle for me. So rolling to the top. Place your ball or pillow in between. And then if you have your ball, I want you to roll your palms on the ball. As you send your tailbone back, bring your chest parallel. If you've got your pillow, maybe you roll it up and you can place your forearms down. So essentially, I just want you to get your chest closer to parallel to the floor. Keep extending through the heels. Pull your toes back to really open through inner thighs. Drive your tailbone back. Tilt your pelvis slightly forward to really get that deep opening through the hips. No matter how parallel you are, try not to tuck through the chin. Really keep your chest open, breath going in and out. Let's go ahead and come over to the side. Bring your right forearm to right thigh. Reach left arm up and over. Try to keep 2 hip bones down. You should feel some opening now through this left side. Inhale through center, up and over, other direction. Right arm reaches over this time, left forearm down. Come back through center, legs to butterfly. Just let the soles of the feet fall open. If this is where you need to be, that's fine. Take the heels farther away from the hips to make this more manageable for the hips. And then same thing with your ball or your pillow. Try to bring your chest a little bit more parallel to the floor. So chest coming more parallel to add in more opening to the inner thighs and hips. One more breath here. Slowly roll back in. Just come to a cross-legged position, little shoulder stretch. Big inhale, arms sweep up. And then I want you to go ahead and find a 90-degree bend on this right arm. Right elbow on top of left. Drop the right shoulder back and down, and then just gaze over to the right. Think about pulling the elbows down and sending right shoulder blade back or shoulder back, and then option to extend that right arm. Slowly unwind, inhale, arms sweep up, switch sides. So this time, left elbow on top, 90-degree bend. Pulling left shoulder back and down, fingertips facing up. It's a little bit of a modified eagle. Gaze over to the left, option to extend. Release, come through center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms reach out. Palms face forward, open through the chest, drop the shoulders, turn the palms to face the back. So just opening here through the chest, squeezing shoulder blades back and down. Slowly release, last breath here, big inhale, arms sweep all the way up. Reach for the sky, then exhale, push it all out, give a big shoulder roll up. Back down around, give yourself another okay. Great work this morning. Again, this was powered. This is one of my new time slots. You'll notice we've got lots of new virtual classes, so check out those new instructors. They are awesome. They're joining us from our old sister studio near PW in Chicago. So they will be on the virtual schedule for now. Check it out. Lots of new evening classes and some new class modalities. And then we have a new in-studio class time. So 8:15 on Thursdays with Melissa Bergen, Melissa B. She has not taught in-studio